Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading for the week of January 23rd through 29th, 2024. This is a reading for you if you are Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising, or some other kind of significant Aries placement. I believe they call this cross-watching. So if it resonates with you, then definitely check it out, especially if you think if your sun sign is different and you find that doesn't resonate with you, then this one might have more information for you. Move away here. Okay. If you are returning to this channel, welcome back. It's good to have you back here again, and I hope that this reading is helpful to you for this week. If you are new to this channel, welcome. If you would do me the favor, if you like this video, of hitting the like button, thumbs up. If you could subscribe to the channel if you so choose, and if you want to leave me a comment, that's good too. I have some links in the description below to my my PayPal link for my PayPal donations link, and then I also have a link to my website, liminalreiki.com. And this website is where all of my services, including tarot, astrology, Reiki, other things that I do, are all on this website, and you can read the details there. So that's in the description below. If you are not familiar with the way I do things on this channel, I do a full horoscope spread, and I do these with cartouche cards. Okay. And so this is an Egyptian system that I use, and then I do a 12-card astrological spread by astrological house, and then I will choose a tarot card to clarify for each of those houses. And this week our deck is the Guardian of the Night Tarot by MJ Cullinane. I think that's how you say her name. So that's going to be our deck for this week. And I also pull an extra oracle card, and this week we will be using the Essential Oil Oracle, which you can see on my Instagram page in transition.life.coaching. There's just a period in between each of those words. If you follow me there on Instagram, I usually do a daily Essential Oracle reading for everybody as well. So, and I will be live streaming there as well, where I'll be talking about different facets of my my coaching business. So, yeah, so if you're on Instagram, you may want to check those out. Okay, so Aries, first house. This has to do with, well, this is you. This is the Aries house. This is your personality, how you present yourself to the world, what other people think about you, how you want other people to see you. And interestingly, you have the Sirius card with death. So this says to me, and I feel like this is not new for you, Aries. I feel like this might have been what we got last week as well. Certainly for somebody did, and I feel like it might have been you. Sirius is definitely this sense of maybe you're focusing a little bit more on your physical appearance. Maybe you're trying to work out, trying to make some changes. You have death card here. And death is usually about transformations that you're making. So I feel like you are giving yourself a do-over of some sort. Death would often mean letting go of things from the past. Maybe there's just certain things that's changed, certain attitudes, behaviors, and so forth that are no longer appropriate to the person you are now. You've also got Sirius here. Sirius in the sense of, it has to do with us trying to improve ourselves physically, but it also has to do with thinking outside the box. It's what we would call Aquarian thinking. Trying to think of things in new ways, trying to take different points of view. It'll be interesting to see what your ninth house looks like here, because that's the house of expansion. But it seems like somehow you are going to be, for some reason you are changing the way that you think about things. You're expanding the way you think. Now, one thing that's worth mentioning this week is Pluto is going into Aquarius. Now, it's going to be in Aquarius for a while, and then it's going to retrograde back to Capricorn. Those of you who are not familiar with astrology, Pluto has been in Capricorn for a very long time, because Pluto is such a far away planet, and some people don't consider it a planet, but in astrology it still is. It takes a very long time to make a revolution around the sun. So, and when it's been in it was in its retrograde motion, it kind of goes back and forth kind of regularly. It has an irregular orbit. So it usually stays in one sign for a lot of years. Pluto has been in Capricorn since I think 2008. Okay, and here we are at 2024, and it is going to finally now move into Aquarius, where it will be for 30, 40 years. It's going to be a long time. I mean, first it's going to go from like January to July, and then it may retrograde again, and then by November it's going to be direct in Aquarius, and it's going to be staying there for a very, very long time. So I bring this up because, as I mentioned, this is Aquarian thinking. So with this shift on certainly January 20th, there's going to be a shift. So it could be that in this week, you may already find that you are feeling the effects, in this case, to your first house of that change. You know, you may be challenged to look at things differently. You may be challenged to let go of old limiting beliefs and to do something in a different way. Second house is Taurian energy. And this has to do with your finances, your money, possessions. It's strong Venus energy in this house. And okay, this is interesting because you have, okay, first of all, you have the Seth card. Now, when Seth comes up, as you can see, this is a different color from the other cartouche cards, which are all, white background. In some decks, this has a black background. But Seth, in any case, is the bringer of storms. So there may be anxiety about money. There may be delays over something. There could be money troubles of some kind. Or at least an anxiety about it. Now, we have it with the pyramids, so yeah, it does feel like there's going to be some kind of a test here financially. I don't know if you're going to be faced with something that maybe is a big expense, and you're saying, oh, I don't know. I don't know if you're just having some other kind of financial challenges. I'd have to look at your work houses to see, because the 6th and the 10th house are generally connected more to your work. So there may be some shifts there. Maybe some people have, either lost a job recently, or they have made some kind of changes, or maybe, there just seems to be delays and difficulties around money right now. The thing about Pyramid is Pyramid says good news eventually. So I feel like, whatever might be in upheaval right now is going to get solved. Now you have it with the Emperor card. And so the Emperor is about taking control of something, taking action, showing leadership. So I feel like you have, or you're going to, come up with whatever is required to address this challenge. Emperor is Aries energy, and you are Aries. So yeah, that definitely, that fire in you that says, I'm going to come in and I'm going to solve this problem, is definitely going to be in play here. So whatever test is being indicated here, you will definitely pass that test. So yeah, it does seem like money problems, whatever it is, it's going to be sorted out in time. Okay, third house, we have Gemini energy. So this is messages, communications. If you're in your own business, this would have to do with self-employment, potentially also with sibling relationships, brother-sister relationships. If the cards in this house feel like they apply to that, then that's another possibility here. And short-term travel too. When I say short travel, in other words, not flying somewhere on a plane, going long distances necessarily. This is more short trips are associated with this house as well. Okay, so we have Ta with Justice. So Ta, yes. So some of you definitely are working very hard. It's interesting because to see Ta with Justice, I feel like some of you, maybe what we're dealing with over here, and this did come up for you last week, Aries, this could be a tax issue, okay? There could be something, because this is about legal stuff, red tape, you've got justice. I mean, that's one aspect of it. Trying to set things to right, trying to put things into balance. So I feel like there's communications about that. Ta can also have to do with, mechanics or mechanical things, as well as work. That's popping into my head this time. So I don't know, for some of you, maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's a great expense attached to something maybe that needs to be replaced or is broken, or is creating some kind of a problem. So this is about finally setting something to right that might be of a mechanical nature, because Ta is the master craftsman here. So this can have to do, and it's in the house of technology. So there could be some technological issues for some of you. Yes, we are out of Mercury retrograde, but I feel like there's something that's finally going to be set to right here. So if you've been having any kind of technical issues, either around technology, around travel, something like that, I feel like that's going to be sorted out this week. But this could also just, again, this could have to do with you working hard. This could have to do with doing your taxes, equalizing things, maybe looking at the books, leveling up. Maybe that's why there's some anxiety here. Maybe that's why there's some changes that need to be made. Don't know. Again, this would apply to you if you're in your own business. But nonetheless, there definitely seem to be communications about something around either something technical or craft, or mechanical, or or just around work that you're doing, because Ta can also literally just be, it's Capricorn energy. It can have to do with the effort that you're making. And we have it with this Libra energy of justice. So it just feels like there's somebody who's going to come in and either sort the situation out or equalize it. But ultimately, this combination just suggests, whatever work is being done here or whatever the issue is here, this is going to be set to rights. Okay, fourth house. This is Cancer energy. And so this has to do with your home, your family, your environment. And it has to do with, potentially with the mother figure as well. Okay, so we have Nephthys with the King of Swords. Now that's interesting here. King of Swords, again, there's this strong legal aspect of it. King of Swords is about achieving clarity, seeing something very clearly, making a decision about something. And Nephthys generally indicates something that you're waiting on, something that hasn't happened yet, okay? So this could be the idea of wanting to get clear, thinking a lot about what it is that you're trying to get clear here. King of Swords can also have to do with, it's what you have to get clear, and it's also about intellect and thought. So you could be doing a lot of analysis of something connected to your home. I mean, I'm seeing all of this stuff kind of here that seems to be flowing together. So this may be an issue that's going on within your home, or maybe even within your family. Somebody's sister may be involved too, because Nephthys is definitely sister energy as well. But there's something here connected to your home or to your sense of security that you're spending a lot of mental energy on. I mean, King of Swords is like, okay, let's take the logical and an analytical approach to dealing with something that perhaps as of right now you're not really sure how this is going to come out. Or like I said, this could be connected to somebody's sister, but this usually comes up when there's a situation where we don't know yet where something's going to go. If you're thinking about moving or changing household or something like that, this would be suggest that something's not happening yet. There may be some other things that you need to get clear on before you can move ahead. Okay. Fifth house is Leo energy. So this is your creativity. This has to do with children, love affairs, and also leisure time and things like that. And interestingly, okay, you've got the Wheel of Fortune with Bastet. Now, Bastet here can indicate that there may be some of you, this is a very musical card, okay? So being it's in the house of creativity, there could be some of you who are musicians, there could be some people who are dancers or who are expressing themselves, through one of those kind of media, I should say. As you can see, this is a Bast card is a sistrum, which is an instrument that it's like a percussion instrument that you shake. There's a little cat on top too, because Bast is the cat goddess. But there's definitely a sense here of something being creatively expressed musically, potentially. But it also can have to do with, if that's not the aspect here, if it doesn't have to do with a creative thing, then this can just also be with doing something social or being social. Bast is a very social card. So it's about, reaching out, it's spending time. This could be telling you to spend some time enjoying yourself. It's also about following your intuition on certain things. It's generally a card. I feel this is basically a card of happiness, of celebration. Maybe a little bit like the Three of Cups, although it's not necessarily pointing to a situation of threes in particular. But you have it with the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune implies something outside of your control. Okay, so there's, I don't know, there's a quality here, given that this is showing up in creativity, children, and love affairs. There could be either maybe somebody's having a child. Maybe somebody is, maybe there's a love affair or a new person coming into your life. And maybe this is something that, again, this may be just something that's it seems like a situation that's out of your control. It's not, I feel like this would be something that would happen without you making any effort, right? So it's not like, oh, I went on a dating site or I did this or I did that. It's more like this is something that comes to you. Maybe through something social, maybe through some kind of social aspect or some kind of event, or even maybe social media or something. I don't know. There's something here about coming together with somebody or having enjoyment. So all of that is possible if you are looking, if the love affair aspect applies. If you're already in a relationship or you're not looking for love and you kind of go, nah, that's not me, then there definitely seems to be some kind of significant change here in this house of creativity. It's either going to be some kind of talent you express, and again, it could be a musical talent, it could be, music, dancing, as I've said, stuff like that. Or this could just be some kind of significant change that comes out of some kind of socializing or social event. Maybe if you're going away on a trip or taking a holiday, that could be a possibility too. But there's very strong social energy here with this, if we're not talking about it in a creative sense. And it may also just be encouraging you to communicate more or to get out more. And definitely in situations, this would be about giving others their due. Don't think about others in terms of your responses to them. Okay, but it does feel like there's something coming up here. I have to go look at the 7th house to see whether or not this is, whether this has to do with, whether I feel like this has a lot to do with love, at least for somebody. Okay, 6th house, this is Virgo energy. So Virgo is health, healing. It has to do with worry too, interestingly. Those are both part of this, because these are all aspects of Virgo. And also Virgo deals with jobs. It has to do with service particularly. So these could be jobs that we are engaged in at this point. And, jobs as opposed to necessarily careers, whatever it is you're doing to make money, so to speak, or whatever, or some way in which you may be volunteering or being of service to someone. And we have the Page of Swords with the Ankh. Okay, that is interesting, because Page of Swords is about, there's like a sneaky energy to this card. There's a sense of somebody watching. Okay, now again, seeing what I'm seeing here in this love house, there could be somebody who is watching. Maybe this is somebody you love. Maybe this is, because Ankh does have a lot to do with passion and love. So maybe there's somebody you love. Maybe they're watching you. I don't know. There's this sense of, feeling like there's somebody somebody on the outside watching and possibly talking about things. Page of Swords, though, can also have like this student quality to it. It could also be about just finding out information, however you find it out. You might not be able to find something out by a direct means. You may find it out indirectly. And with Ankh here, this could have to do with love, and it can also have to do with health, potentially, because this has to do with one's vitality. So I feel like there's information coming in about this, whether this is about you or about somebody around you, or whether it's connected to somebody you work with, okay, or somebody that you do something with. I don't know, but there's definitely a sense here of focusing on one's vitality, on enjoyment. And when I think about it in connection with the 5th house, I feel like there may be some of you, like seeing this Ta energy over here, you may be too focused on work, or you may be too focused on things and not enough on living your life. Because to me, Ankh is really about living your life, not only having good health, but also it is a card of good health, but also just about like vitality. Because we can be technically in okay health and just be kind of muddling our way through life. So I feel like that this would be, if you're in a job that you hate, for instance, I feel like Ankh would be encouraging you to think about doing something that you love instead. So this might be, in this case, having to do with fact-finding or gaining information. And you may be gaining your information about something behind the scenes a little bit. I don't know, because this could go either way. This could be about, concerns maybe about somebody watching you. I mean, some of you, I hate to say stalkers, but and that's not necessarily what I think is going on here, but it could just be that you may be wondering about somebody in that sense, because this is the house of worry, which is why I bring that up. But otherwise, there could just be some, concerns or rumors or something around a health situation or around a job situation. So I don't know. I feel like there's just a situation here where your vitality, your happiness, what you're passionate about has to be considered. If you are worried about a serious health issue, this would suggest to me that, this is a long life card. But whatever the situation is, there could be people in the background who are either watching or influencing the situation, but there also seems to be the sense of needing to get more information on something. So, sorry, I feel like that house is a little weird and diffuse, but that's what the energy is there. So take it as it resonates. Seventh house is Libra energy, so this has to do with relationships. So these are more legalized partnerships. So marriages, if you happen to be married, or if you're thinking about somebody who you might be thinking about as a long-term partner. It can have to do with business arrangements, contracts, things like that. And you have water with the Chariot. Okay, so you've got double water energy, because the Chariot energy is the sign of Cancer. So they're definitely, okay, these both have to do with movement. So I don't know if this is going to be travel in connection with somebody. So if you are married, this could be a partner who is making a trip somewhere, potentially a trip across water, because water is about, it can literally be about going to water or across water. But the Chariot is movement. So for some of you, it could be that you're going to be traveling somewhere in order to meet somebody or to be with someone, or they may be traveling to you. I don't know, but there just seems to be something in connection here. Now, the person could potentially be a water sign. They don't have to be. And the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So that may or may not apply here, but there's definitely this sense here of, somebody's moving or going somewhere. So either you and your partner are going somewhere, or you're dealing with somebody who's across water in some way. Okay, or maybe your partner is. So, again, take that as it resonates. Excuse me. Winter time is always difficult with this kind of stuff. Okay, so 8th house is Scorpio energy, and Scorpio, of course, is transformations, other people's money. And this is interesting because you have the Sphinx, which indicates, again, that Sphinx has this energy. There's a connection to the Page of Swords here, because Sphinx is about uncovering things that may be hidden. It may also be taking a passive stance, too. It may be saying right now it's a time when you want to sit back and wait on something. Now, the Nine of Pentacles, okay, this is in the house of other people's money. So Nine of Pentacles, this is this has a lot to do with abundance, okay? The Nine and 10 of Pentacles are being set financially. Although Nine of Pentacles tends to have more to do with being set financially on your own. So it's not like somebody supporting you. But the fact that it's showing up in the house of other people's money is interesting. It could be a situation in which you're sitting back because maybe there's a love situation, and maybe you've been happy being single right now. But the fact that you're at the point of the 9 says to me that there may be a situation that's changing or coming to an end. And with Sphinx, I feel like you're kind of in this watch, wait, and see mode. If I look down over here, there's definitely the sense of trying to write something, write as in R-I-G-H-T, not as in W-R-I-T-E. If I look over here at the financials, I don't know. They could be that you are maybe waiting for monies to come in. Maybe there's some monies you're expecting from somebody else. And so right now you're just in this posture of waiting and seeing. This may actually be an indication for some of you that, like over here in the job house, like get more information, reaching out to somebody. That there may be this sense here of, if you are in a financial crunch, being careful maybe about what you do to solve that, because it does seem like if you wait and see, that there may be money coming in from some other kind of a source. Okay, money that will allow you to be financially independent, that will allow you to not have to rely on somebody else. So, so there seems to be a strong financial thing here in the 8th house for you this time. But if it's not a financial thing, then this would be telling me that, you're this sense of security that maybe you're not feeling. Because in the 4th house here, this can also just be something that you're waiting on that hasn't occurred yet. And maybe you're thinking a lot about it. Or, this may be just saying, wait and see, look, always say look before you leap with Sphinx. Because I feel like there's secrets to be revealed here. And whatever it is, this is pointing to a situation that brings financial stability and security of some kind. 9th house, interesting. Okay, this is Sagittarius. And this has to do with long distance travel. And this has to do with higher education. It has to do with expanding your horizons in some fashion. Sometimes, they call it the house of philosophy and religion, but it's expanding your horizons. And whoa, would you look at this? You've got the Two of Cups and the Twins, okay? And it's not the Lovers you notice here, it's the which is a card of choice. It's the Twins and the Two of Cups. And remember what I just said over here in the 7th house about travel? Well, you're in the house of long distance travel, and here's a relationship. So for some of you, whoever it is you're looking at, either you're making a trip to go see them or they're making a trip to see you. I don't know which way it is, but there's somebody from a distance who there's going to be a partnership with. Now, for some of you, this could be an educational partnership. Maybe this is something where you're both teaching something or working together, or this could just be a partner who is far away. But there definitely seems to be this idea of a partnership and somebody. One side of the duo is making a long trip. So that's interesting that this comes up this way. If you, like I said, if you're already, and again, this could be a business arrangement too. It doesn't have to be love, but when the Two of Cups shows up, for somebody, this is definitely pointing to a partner who is a distance away, perhaps across water from what I'm seeing here. So there's going to need to be some kind of movement there for that to come together. But if you're saying, well, no, that's not my situation, I'm not going overseas, this doesn't have anything to do with that, or I'm already in a relationship, or I already have a partnership, whatever, then this would definitely be pointing that some of you are either beginning a business, an educational partnership, or maybe there's a partner even to be had at school if you are at college or university or something like that, or in some kind of class or institution of higher learning. Then there could be somebody who's coming in from there as well. Those are all possibilities. They're not necessarily the same thing. These are just all the things connected with the Sagittarius house here. Okay. So now let's look. Oh, this is really interesting. Oh my goodness. 10th house, Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn is your fame, career, reputation, the father. And you've got Osiris, which is, again, your emperor energy again. Although we tend to associate Osiris with Sag, but you have it with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so once again, now why I find this interesting is the 10th house is opposite the 4th house, and you've got the King of Swords. So the King and Queen of Swords are opposite in houses connected to the mother, father, only in opposite places. Like the King is in the mother house and the Queen is in the father house, although this is a very strong father energy. But yeah, Queen of Swords has a lot of possibilities. For some people, this is like a person from the past, like an ex who comes back. But it can also just be a woman who is, again, who's very intellectual. Maybe somebody who is a perfectionist, or maybe just somebody who is very intellectual, maybe very academic, maybe somebody who writes, or just maybe somebody who deals very much. Swords is strong mental energy. So this would be a woman with strong mental energy. This might be you. This could be somebody else. But the fact that this is showing up in the home sector is really interesting. It's showing up in the home and career and reputation sector. So this is a card of stability, okay? So whatever's going on for you career-wise, with Osiris, things are solid. And again, I'm thinking about the appearance of the Emperor here. I'm thinking about the appearance of justice here. There's a sense that you are in control, take charge. You can rely on your judgment. Your reputation is stable and solid, okay? Now that's interesting that that's coming up in connection with this Queen of Swords energy, which again, with the King and Queen of Swords, I feel like there's a need to, there's a strong element here, especially you've got the Page of Swords over here. There definitely seems to be this sense of wanting to get at the truth of something. You've got the secrecy card over there in the 8th house. I don't know. I feel like you're trying to get to the truth of something. And I feel like the Queen of Swords, it could be just somebody who comes in. Genders don't necessarily matter here, although, again, I think it's interesting that the King is here and the Queen is here. But I don't know, it may even be somebody that you're partnering with, who's helping you in this way. The fact that this is down here in this house, maybe it's somebody from family, maybe it's, I don't know, it's just this there's definitely an energy here in both your home and security area and in your career area of taking a very strong mental approach, like trying to cut through the BS, so to speak. I always see the Queen of Swords as being the kind of energy that just says, yeah, okay, enough with the nonsense. Let's get to the truth here, you know? So I don't know. There's a whole lot of no nonsense stuff here. And if I look at the fact that the Nephthys is here, so again, as I've mentioned, this could have to do with a sister, but I feel like this could also just be something where you're not really sure where something is going, and you would like to apply. You know, you want to figure this out. So if this is connected to your career, if this is connected to a relationship, if it's connected to a family matter or a financial matter, I don't know. It might be different for everybody, but yeah, just seeing this Queen of Swords opposite this King of Swords in these two houses has really kind of got my attention. There's definitely the idea of two people kind of, these could be two different people. I feel it's like maybe you and somebody else like working to solve something, but, or to perfect something, but maybe doing it through a very, very intellectual means or through communications or through something. I don't know. But something having to do with things connected to air, intellect, reason, logic, not things that are felt necessarily in a intuitive kind of way, though we are seeing some intuitive cards over here like Bast and also, okay, I'm just bear with me here a second, Aries. I'm backtracking to your 5th and 7th houses. So if a relationship is at issue here, you've got a 4 and a 4. So something is happening in 4 for some of you in a relationship. 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, the 4th month, maybe April. I don't know. But there's something about a relationship in 4, especially if you are somebody looking for a relationship. Because if you are, something's coming in. But this King and Queen of Swords, yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like there's some kind of meeting of the minds in an intellectual way here, or a situation where there's going to be a clarity of communication or something that needs to be sorted out. But it seems to be connected to your home and to your career. I mean, if you work from home, it might be easier to see why those two things fit together. But it's just interesting to me that dynamic has shown up here. Okay, moving on. Aquarius, 11th house. You have, this is your goals, your hopes, wishes. There's an element of destiny to this house. It can have to do with friendship and also your social networks. And okay, you've got air with the 4 of Cups. All right, this is, I don't remember if this came up for you last week. It came up for somebody. But there's definitely communications here. I mean, air is definitely a card of friendship, okay? And again, it's that air energy that we see with the swords, right? We've got that. There's this, yeah, I don't know. There's this strong element here of communications. We have this idea of setting something right down here. We've got swords over here, trying to find out information about something in a way that maybe is not quite direct, or maybe we think somebody else is watching us or something. I don't know. But you have this 4 of Cups with this, and 4 of Cups, generally, the message of the 4 of Cups is don't miss an opportunity here. Because oftentimes we are looking too hard at one thing. This is showing the, I think it's called a pangolin, kind of upside down. He's sort of, curled up and he's sort of hiding here. There's the idea here that you are, there's something being held out to you here. There's a cup being held out to you, and you may be just kind of lying down here. You may not be looking at it. I feel like somebody in your friend group, somebody who you have communication with, somebody in your networks, it has a message for you or has something for you, or maybe even an opportunity for you now that I'm looking at these things. And maybe an opportunity that you're saying, well, I don't know, I don't have enough information. Maybe that's why you've also got Sphinx up here, because Sphinx may be saying, I want to wait and see till I have more information. I need to focus on my security, my financial security. Maybe there's worries about that over here, okay? Again, I'm just trying to feel out how these cards fit together, as I feel like they do. And the 4 of Cups here would be about, like don't miss an opportunity with somebody. Like something's going to be communicated to you, but I think if you're focused too hard in another direction, you may not see this opportunity. So there's going to be an opportunity for something. Now, cups, of course, we always associate with something emotional or having to do with love, but it doesn't have to be that. It could just be another opportunity connected to your career or something like that. Now, it's opposite. Okay, I always look at the opposite houses here. It's opposite the 5th house here. So yeah, this is also about social networks and so forth, and things that come to you that are almost destined. So I think the situation is here is when you get this communication about this, and this may come from a friend or somebody in your networks, don't, pay attention to the opportunity. Don't kind of sit there like with your arms folded and look away and because you are being challenged here to think about things differently. Okay. All right, 12th house. I'm taking a long time with this today, aren't I? 12th house, this is Pisces energy, so this is about what's hidden, what is unconscious, what you see, what you don't see, what is, what you might be afraid of. And okay, interesting. We've got Crook and Flail with the Devil. Okay, so Crook and Flail has to do with the rightness of things. Like there's a strong ethical bent to this card. Like it reminds me of Justice a little bit. And with the Devil, I don't know. I feel like you may be worried that you're getting involved in something that like is either toxic or just something that is immoral. I mean, when I see these two together, I always think about them like, okay, are you, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you think I think you're fearful of kind of toxic attachments. Like this, to me, there's like a strong moral sense here, or a strong sense of what's right and of doing what's right. I mean, it's very similar to the Justice card that we have over here. And yeah, I don't know. You're definitely, you may be worried about whether or not, and especially, given what I'm seeing in financial houses, given what I'm seeing elsewhere, I feel like this reluctance to accept something being offered to you is because maybe you think you're getting entangled in something that's going to trap you in some way. But the fact that it's with this 4 of Cups, and I don't know. I don't think this is something that's going to trap you. I think you're just more afraid that that's going to be. This is a house of past scripts and past things that have come up. So I don't know. For some of you, and especially this passivity and this singleness, I don't know. I have a feeling there may be either a business opportunity, a relationship opportunity, something like that that's coming up, and you're reluctant to accept it because you're afraid you're going to get embroiled in something, maybe something even that's going to affect your livelihood. Maybe you feel like that's being tested. You feel like you need to be in control of everything. And I don't know. I'm feeling like this is more of the fact that this is showing up here, it's more of a fear than a reality. There's a whole lot here that suggests to me that, it's like there's an emotional piece to this that you need to kind of put aside and look at it objectively. Okay, I think that's what we're getting to. Now, overall, we have fire with the 4 of Swords. So 4 of Swords indicates somebody who's in a phase of healing, and fire is about getting rid of what no longer serves you. And the fact that you also have death here in the 1st house, this says to me, I just feel like you are getting ready to you got the little guy here under, what is he? Is he a hedgehog? Yeah, he's a little hedgehog under the wood pile here. I feel like you're that hedgehog there. You're getting ready to come out from under the wood pile. And yeah, there's definitely this sense of, there's a lot of active energy here. Like I said, there's the Emperor. You've got you've got this element here of death, of making change. I'm trying to get a sense of what element is the strongest here, because Libra is air, Emperor is fire. You've got air, you've got a lot of air, you've got some water over here. And most of this energy is, you've got death is water, and the devil is earth. So yeah, I'm just trying to feel out here what the elemental energy here is. I feel like you are, like you're coming out of hiding. You're coming out of a space of healing here. And, I think you're getting ready to pull things together to go again. But I think you're still trying to purge these things from the past. Maybe even these attachments that we've had that are unconscious that you need to get rid of. Yeah, something's definitely happening with you, Aries, that you're moving towards something new. For some of you, this is a new relationship. For some of you, this is, cleaning up and getting focused and getting clarity about a business opportunity or about something you're doing creatively. But there definitely seems to be a situation that, that you're bringing something back into balance. And there's something with a partnership. It's either love or it's some other kind of partnership that really has the potential to expand your horizons, if nothing else. If it doesn't have to do with travel or with school, it's definitely something that has the potential to expand your horizons. So don't turn away from that. Okay, so let's do your essential oil oracle here and see what we've got here. So let's see, I'm going to pull one out this way. And your oil card for this week is celery seed. Okay, so, and I will read to you what it says. Your keyword is cleanse. The trigger statement is there's no answer. The true statement is I am the answer. The aligned outcome for you is simple, but not necessarily easy. Commit your goals to heart each day and know every single action will take you closer to them. Okay. So I feel like, this is saying you're contemplating some big changes here and you're wondering what they're going to do. Maybe to a certain degree, you like things the way they are. But there's a lot of information coming in and I feel like you're looking for a lot of clarity here. So, So I think if you're feeling like you don't know what to do here, like there's no answer, it's, you are the answer, right? You know what to do. You have a decision to make. And this definitely seems to be pushing you in the direction of working with others rather than hiding. Okay, I feel like this has been a theme for you, Aries. So take this as it resonates. If you have any thoughts on it, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this week. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time.